You're right guys, Gary back again, and today I'm having a look at this, which is actually so big I've had to rearrange my camera and lighting to try and get everything in, and you can just see my head there, and hello. This is the Ghostbusters Select Ray Stantz figure. I saw this in a local comic book shop in town, and I had to get it. Mainly because I really like Dan Aykroyd. And I also really like the Ghostbusters. I'm not going to talk about the new one that's coming out, so I'm going to give it a chance. The trailer looks okay. Not quite sure it needs a remake, but anyway. But yeah, this is from Diamond Select. This is their Ghostbusters line. First figure I've ever got from Diamond Select, so quite excited. You can see this is a nice big box. I'm having to stretch over the camera to get this fully in shot. It's this nice big box, and it's really nice and lovely, and it's got Ghostbusters up the side, and it's got a picture of Dan Aykroyd looking mildly concerned, and the Ghostbusters logo there, and on the back you've got a nice product shot, and move the camera up a little bit, there we go, Ghostbusters Select. Collect all 12 figures to build the rooftop scene. Awesome. I'll admit, I didn't really notice the rooftop parts when I saw this guy in the shop, but upon closer inspection, it's basically this massive grey section behind him. Nothing on that side, because you can actually see the roof bit, and that looks bloody huge. And you got also available in the first series, you got Louis Tully, good old Rick Moranis, and Winston Sedmore, who's played by the actor whose name I cannot remember right now, and I'm going to feel very bad for that in a minute. I'll probably put it up somewhere around here about now. And if we adjust it slightly to get the writing in, here we go. So Ray Stantz. Dr. Raymond Stantz was performing psychological research at a large New York university when his funding was unceremoniously cut, leaving himself and his colleagues, Egon Spengler and Peter Venkman, out of work. However, a close encounter with a phantasm gave the trio the data they needed to catch and contain a supernatural entity, inspiring a new venture, the Ghostbusters. Ray purchased an empty firehouse for the group, and while business was slow at first, a localized spike in paranormal activity soon made them the toast of the town. Well versed in religious texts and the occult, Ray is also a technical wizard, designing the Proton Pack's Neutrino Wand and ghost traps with Egon. He also does his own work on the Ghostbusters car, the Ecto-1. And there we go. This 7-inch scale action figure is based on the 1984 feature film Ghostbusters and features multiple points of articulation, as well as accessories and diorama parts. It was sculpted by Gentle Giant Studios. Now that looks awesome. If you look inside, we can see you've got, obviously, Ray, got some night vision or spectral goggles, the little bit that's going to be shooting out of the Proton Pack. It's got how many is that? 8 hands, so couple gloved, couple ungloved, little walkie-talkie. I'm really excited to get this open and have a look inside. So, let's do that. So here's Ray out of the box and stood on his diorama section. I really like it. This is a nice little representation of the original roof from Ghostbusters 1. The other figures in the line will come with the rest of the roof, so that'll be something to look forward to. But I'm going to move that off the table just because it's a little bit too big for me to work around. And there he is. I really like this. This is really, I've been literally playing about with this for like the last 3 hours. I really like the articulation. I like the detail that's gone into it. I mean, you can see the nicely painted, not the face, there we go. Nicely detailed Ghostbusters logo there. His overalls have got nice aging and weathering effects, and he just look absolutely amazing. All these nice little details on the belts, and this little accessory bit there, which I can't find anything to go into yet. What else? The detail on the Proton Pack, if my camera focuses, you've got all these nice little warning labels and all the colours and cables, and I like the fact that the Proton Wand actually connects to the backpack. It's a little touchy, so it might come off with the gentlest of touches. There you go, you can see the little clip there, which goes onto the little triangular bit there, so we'll just gently pop that back on and hope it doesn't pop off again in a minute. Oh, missed it. There we go. But yeah, it's just lots of nice little details. I really like the likeness to Dan Aykroyd. Really nice, nice herring. I really like it. I'm absolutely in love with this little figure. Right. Details, name tag, little vest underneath there. He comes with, other than the Proton Pack, which is already connected to him, I'm going to try and get him to stand up. My display base isn't particularly straight, so he might fall over at various times. It's got nothing to do with the figure, it's just me not being able to have a completely flat surface. It comes with the little Spectral Goggles there, and I quite like their a nice softer plastic, which allows you to gently stretch it over his moulded hair. And there goes the thingy again. There we go. Even fits his hair almost perfectly just there. There we go, so he's ready to fight ghosts. A little bit of wiggling so you can get it back over the hair. Please don't break. Oh, God. Again, camera in front of me, can't do anything. There you go, so you can have it on there so you can... If he had a little cigarette to hang out of his mouth, but obviously toy companies aren't going to do that because, you know, smoking's bad. But yeah, I really like it. Stand up. There we go, flat bit of the table. He comes with... Let me get all the hands out. A variety of hands for any occasion. He's got these nice ones that make it look like he's wearing rubber gloves. They pop out quite nicely here, and you can actually easily twist those off to see his little cuffs there, and it's just a nice little soft rubber. Or you can leave them on, pop back in there. So he's got the standard sort of, I don't even know how to describe that, sort of open palm cupping look. Right. So he's got a set of hands that can hold the Proton Wand there. Just knocked him over. I really need to sort this table out. Actually, no, it's not the table, it's the actual chain bases that are a bit warped. He's also got the flesh-coloured hands in exactly the same pose, so you could have him gloved or ungloved. He's got a nice... he seems to have more right hands than left hands, which I find interesting. So he has the cupped clear hand, gloved cupping hand, hand for holding the walkie-talkie, sort of an almost pointing hand. It's quite nice. Each hand also has like little articulation on the wrists. A little harder to make out on the gloved hands, just because I can't really remember which way they go, and with the little sleeves on. In fact, I'm going to take those off. Let's have a look at the articulation. I quite like it. Start at the top, work way down. Let's actually take the goggles off, just so I can... say the head, hello down, goes that far to the right, that far to the left. Going to ignore the Proton Wand, because I would just spend the entire video adjusting it. Head can look down that much, and pretty much straight ahead. He has a diaphragm joint in the waist, so you can nice rotations, a little bit of backwards and forwards. Arms, that far out, complete 360 turn there. He's got elbow swivel, and what I quite like is the fact that the elbow pads are not actually connected to him, they're just wrapped around, so you can adjust them as needed. Elbow goes that far, and then that straight. Wrists obviously turn, they're all interchangeable. Each wrist has a nice little joint. Which way is it? This one goes up and down, because this is more of the Proton holding one. So put it in for wrong hand. We'll do the kind of gropey one. Goes like that, and like that. Legs. I love this this wire. I never quite understood what... Is it a temperature gauge? Who knows? Thighs, or hips. Hips go out that far. So if you really twisted them, you could almost get them into a door-kicking position. There's got the upper thigh swivel, which you can't really do too much because of that wire. Double-jointed knee, which is nice and tight. Looks a bit weird from that angle, like you're almost flattening the knee in there, but that's okay. No rotation from the shins. Ankles go... Which way is it? That way. That far back, so you could get him kneeling on one leg if you... or down on one knee if you really wanted. Scary. Jazz hands. And they also have a rotation on the ankle. And this quite nice little rocker. Which is pretty duty. Haven't used that word in years. Why did I do it? Just don't know. Like I say, he's a nice little figure. I like him. I also like the little radio he gets in there. You can get him almost like calling in to let Egon know what's happening. And that was Ray from Ghostbusters Select, from Diamond Select. I really like the figure. I definitely will be keeping an eye out for the rest of the series. What did you think of him? Is he one you're going to keep an eye out for, or is he not really your cup of tea? Let me know what you think down in the comments. As always, if you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and hopefully I will see you in the very near future. So until then, this is Gary, saying bye.